Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're hitting you with round 8 of the GTMC Season 6. Man alive, it's really loud in my ear roll. So I might end up shouting a lot because the volume's really loud. Can I turn that down? I don't know. But here we are. For round, hopefully it will be quieter. We're round 8 of the GTMC. We are minutes away from qualifying, and if you don't know GTMC, man alive, I can't keep telling you the rules, dudes. Honestly, learn them. We're going to use the Group 4 car for 10 minutes of qualifying on the super soft tyre. Then they're going to race that Group 4 car for 15 minutes in a sprint race. We'll have a short break. Then they're going to take a magic wheel that will pick out a random number. They'll reverse the grid with that number. Then they're going to jump in the Group 3 car of the same manufacturer that they've been racing for the last 7 rounds. And then they're going to race for 40 minutes using 2 compounds of tyres. I mean, really, come on. And that is the GTMC. We're minutes away from qualifying, and I've been perusing the table. I even started writing the table down because I was going to hit you loads of stats, because Pat, he's let me down, man. He's like the head stat boy in the club, and he was sending me like nitbits each race, because when Skyjack used to do it, he'd send me a sheet of numbers, and I'd have to use my brain to work out the stats from the big sheet of numbers that he'd send me, where all I saw was a sheet of numbers. But Pat wrote down subs, he little subtitles like saying, oh, Homesick Aliens, 212th race this year. This could be Racer Brown's 7th podium in a row. But he doesn't do it anymore. Lazy, I tell you. God almighty, pulled out of the racing, doesn't do Pat stats anymore. So I was going to write down the table, but I couldn't be asked. I got 4 in and I got bored, so I stopped. It's on Discord, I don't need to write it down. I can just read it out to you. So, the championship so far, sorry. Oh, Pat's got it, Pat's chirping up in the chat. Look, Skyjack is saying, I sent you the stat sheet. Yeah, it was a sheet with numbers on it. And Pat chat, I can do sheets of numbers as well. I don't want sheets of numbers. I like little nitbits that I can just hit you with. Whack. I'm not taking anything away. The stat sheet is an amazing thing, but as you know, Skyjacker, time is tight. Don't give it all that ready, ignoring me. Yes, I'm ready. With an R. Matt Psycho in the chat saying, evening, hello. Have we had a good start? Look at all those R's, Skyjacker. Oh my God. It's like Talaran said it should be R, and ever since then, oh, Bazza. Can I put in complaints? Is there a way? I'm sure there's a way you can put in a complaint to the hosts about kicking them. Is there a kick? Report. Shall I report him for using a Y? Right, I better get back because qualifying's probably going to start. Is there something I've missed? Oh, the table. We can do the table though while they're driving around. And Matt Psycho saying Ferrari through the S's is like taming an eel. That sounds like fun. Skyjack saying always moaning about summer in it. Night Diva these days, right, Diva? I am down to 1 stream a week, dude. It's great. Ensign Hewitt saying hello. Although I did spend Skyjacker giving it a good why. Matt Psycho, you treacherous man, you. I'm going to be talking about how good Jim is during this session. So, Homesick Aliens at the top of this table with 290 points, but he has partaken in every single round. So at the end of this season, they will have to drop 2, I believe, 2 on a long one. In second place, all right, God, that's right in my ear roll, Skyjacker. Jesus, what's going on with it? Never used to be this loud in my ear roll. I don't know what suddenly happened. It's had a volume hike. Ensign Hewitt saying hello, and Mama Sykes in the chat saying hello. Good luck, guys. Hi, Thingy. Hello, Mama Sykes. Welcome aboard. This is your boy. Your boy did well last time out. He won, didn't he? Absolutely pulverised it both times. Great stuff. Put him into second in the championship. Shall we get back to the championship? Homesick Alien is in first in the Nissan on 290 points. Matt Psycho is in second in the Ferrari on 258 points. Skyjacker is third in the Nissan on 253 points. Racer Brown in the Toyota is fourth on 233 points, but I believe he's already dropped 2 rounds. Matt Psycho's already dropped a round as well, so he's in good stead. Barry Twins fifth, 221 points. Sixth for Noxie on 220 points. That's a nice little tight battle between Noxie and Bazza. Guesty is seventh on 207 points. Ensign is eighth on 173 points. Jim is ninth on 173 points also. So lovely little tasty battle there for eighth and ninth. Bandit in 10th on 165 points. 11th for Jokers on 131 points. 12th for Liam Anfield on 78 points. Pat is 13th on 60 points. Rido 14th, 10 points, and 15th for Alphanut on 5 points. Alphanut, the legend lives on. Super. Pat, you really should just do the last two rounds just so you can finish ahead of Liam Anfield. It bugs me every time I read the table. You 18 points, you can get that. So I'm urging Pat to bring the Merc back just to beat, so you can say you beat Liam Anfield in a season. Don't have to tell him how many races Liam took. So there we go. I can't even hear myself think. It's so loud in my ears. I don't know how to turn it down. And I don't really want to do it while I'm live on stream, on YouTube near you. So Homesick Alien then, he's bringing it round to start. Ooh, Skyjacker's quite close behind him. Yeah, now, will the toe work here? Is there a thing for toes? I suppose that's a nice long straight. That'll get you summer. And there's a little bit of a straight later on in the track. But still, I'm not sure if it pays off that well, and if you do get a bit of a pull, you're going to end up right on the bumper of your teameth mateth. So, there we have the two Nissans. Oh, I haven't told you the Manufacturers' Championship. Toyota have been leading that for most of the way, but without Toyotas here last round, Nissans have taken over the lead with 247 points. Toyota in second on 242 points. Porsche third on 221 points. Ferrari fourth, 213 points. Honda is fifth on 183. Mercedes sixth on 170. BMW seventh on 166. And McLaren are eighth on 10 points. And in the chat, Bandit along to say a goodeth evening. Well, hello, Bandit, turtle boy. So Homesick and Skyjacker. I reckon Homesick is impeding Skyjacker a little bit here. It may not be paying dividends for Skyjacker to be so close. We know Homesick Alien takes a lap or two to warm up into qualifying. And Guesty, he's the one we assume is going to be on pole because that Supra is absolutely lit. Jimbo, highest Ferrari in the running order at the moment. Top Ferrari. Best Ferrari out there. Look at the dynamic driving of the Ferrari driver. The Ferrari's such a twitchy car, hard to handle, some would say, but not for Jimbo. Jim's got it all under control as he comes up to the very high speed 130R. Just a little lift there in the Group 4 car as he heads down to the chicane, stands on the brakes, gets it down to second gear, swings it right, swings it left, sweet chariot. As he goes into the final corner, the times are starting to drop, and as predicted, Guesty on pole, and Jimbo with a glorious lap comes across the line in for 4 tenths behind the Nissans. Beautiful stuff. Racer Brown coming along now, and only stays fifth. Must have made a mistake on his lap. Here's the BMWs, looked good this year. And Jokers has gone fifth ahead of Racer Brown, but Noxie off the pace as well. And there comes Matt Psycho, ridiculous. Didn't even try, did he? What's that about? Living in the shadow of Jim? No, he's obviously made a mistake. And the Bazza, 6 tenths ahead also in the... I don't know, it's a 206 and they're doing 230s, yeah. Unless there is something very much wrong with these early boys. Up to 7th-ish. 8th's not bad, yeah. Bazza and Matt definitely lost a chunk of time on their laps. So Guesty is your pole sitter. Skyjacker's second fastest, but he's backing right out of it. And I think he did get in Guesty's way as well. Ooh, naughty boy. Naughty boy. He did try and get out of it, I think. Homesick Alien. He's backed up. He's ahead of them. Oh, it's awful when it's different running order to the track. But yeah, Homesick Alien's lead. No, he's not the lead car. He is. He's dropped right off. So Homesick Alien, I believe, has lost a big chunk of time on this lap because he seems to have either backed off dramatically or he's had a bit of an off. And they're not going to get many laps. It's an over a 2-minute lap in the Group 4 car. Jimbo flying high, top Ferrari driver. We are rubbing it today. Pat in the chat saying, you were saying about me beating Liam. I already did way back when in the PRC in the Corvette. Oh, there you go. And Pat saying, also I do have a Guesty stat that I might be able to fire at you later. Here we go then. Oh, he's wetting our whistle, ladies and gents. He's tickling our bum with a feather. He's got a stat lined up. So we will keep an eye out for that. And Jimbo crosses the line, goes even faster, a 10th behind the Nissan. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Jim's day. Racer Brown goes second fastest in the Toyota, but you expect that of the Toyotas now. Noxie in the Beamer goes faster, but not as fast as his teammate. And Joker's the one with the upper hand so far this round. Matt Psycho then finally wakes up and he gets a lap in there. Good for third place. Not bad, not bad. Tucked in behind the Toyotas. The Honda goes faster and the Porsche goes faster. We'll do a quick rundown. In 1, we have Guesty. In 2, we have a Racer Brown. In 3, we have Matt Psycho. In 4, we have Skyjacker. In 5, we have Homesick Alien. 6th fastest is Jim with Ensenua in the Honda. 7th fastest and going faster again with Joker's 8th. 9th for Noxie and the Bazza in that Porsche. He's not making her sing yet, but he's getting there. He's touching the right bits. So Guesty is our pole sitter, and I think they're only going to get one more lap after this. And Homesick Alien seems to be riding quite close to a Ferrari there. Is that of the Jim variety? It is. It's a Jim flavoured Ferrari. Homesick Alien, he's only just ahead of Jim as well on the timesheets. Jim could join his teammate up there in the top 4. Right, top 5. And Guesty then, keep coming back to him. What's the point? He's the man on pole. This, I suppose it's his teammate we've got to look out for. Nearly 9/10 of a difference between the Ferrari and the Toyota, and that's not going to go faster. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to see you once again. As Skyjacker puts in another faster lap for the Nissan, puts him 3/10 behind the Toyotas as Racer Brown goes ahead and takes pole position away from his teammate. And again, more times they're dropping like they're hot, and it's Noxie getting ahead of the Essex Ferrari of Jim. And Noxie showing good this season. I don't know why the championship table doesn't reflect the races he's had. I think he missed a round. So when them rounds are dropped and shuffled, he's going to be king of the pin. Someone getting in there, Bazza, and he gets another lap as well. 2/10 behind the BMW. And I tell you what, Jimbo got good pace here. Bazza looks like he's struggling. And the Ferrari and the Porsche are in an absolute cracking battle in the manufacturers for that third place. And I think Jim could steal a few points on the Baz today for Ferrari's cause. Racer Brown pole sitter though. The championship leader and reigning champion, Homesick Alien, sitting in 5th at the moment. Looks like the Nissan not coming to life around here. Who's the lead car then? It is on. He's half a second off of the Toyota in 2nd, 7/10 off of the lead Toyota. What can he produce from this Nissan on this final run to the line? And we're going to get to see a sector time pretty darn soon, I tell thee. And there he goes, he cuts it. No, he doesn't. Oh, 7/10 down. There's nothing there, is there? And we've missed Guesty going. Oh, Guesty's down as well. Oh, we could have probably caught. Oh, everyone's down. Homesick Alien, was he doing better? Matt Psycho as well. Oh, Guesty's pulled out of it. Matt Psycho's getting greens. He's 6/10 off of Skyjacker. 2/10 over Homesick Alien. So Skyjacker, we assume, didn't go any faster. And here comes Homesick Alien. Does he get any faster? He does. He gets himself ahead of Matt Psycho. Now Matt Psycho's got to push like Billio and find 2/10 on Homesick Alien. Racer Brown, Guesty look like they've got that front row secure. 7/10. That's got to put him ahead of the Nissans, surely. And Matt Psycho showing pure pedigree here at Suzuka, and Ensign Hewitt managed to go up to 6th fastest in the Honda ahead of the BMWs. Absolutely blinded. And here comes Matt Psycho. He goes up into 3rd. He beats the Nissans. And that's a great run. Sorry, there is other people out there. Oh, no, there isn't. They've all done their runs. So that's the grid. My word. How very much exciting. Do I moan too much? Is Skyjacker right? Is it not just like part of the cheeky, funny thingy-man-jig? So Racer Brown gets pole with a 2nd place. Well, you should record it and edit me out. Edit the moany bits out. Just keep the commentary. So Racer Brown then on pole, ready to leap into action, but those Toyotas very slow. We'll watch them closely, and I think the Ferrari and the Nissan may be ahead of them come turn 1. Oh, Guesty's is not a great start, and there we go. There you go. There's the Ferrari, and there's the Nissan going the other side, and those Toyotas absolutely cumbersome off the line. And Homesick Alien looks like he's tried to slip one in, and there's Matt Psycho. Oh, Matt Psycho, and oh, he kept hold of it, and oh my word, I don't know if there was contact as we cut to Homesick Alien, but Matt Psycho's tail decided to have a step out, and he's going side by side through the S's with Homesick Alien. Now the Toyotas are catching back up to speed. They're in 3rd gear, and they're back into the pack as Skyjacker leads from Homesick Alien with Matt Psycho in 3rd. Then we've got Racer Brown and Guesty, teammates getting in each other's way. Guesty manages to stay on track though, and them two side by side. It's beautiful sight. Noxie up there with a cheeky little 6th place. Ensign Hewitt in 7th. Haven't heard him moan about the Honda too much, so maybe he's not too bad here. Jim in 8th with Joker's 9th and the Baz in 10th. I think the Porsche is better in race trim than it is in qualifying. Matt Psycho though, oh no, Homesick Alien has slipped. He has slipped, and we'll have to see how. 2nd place, he did it to himself. You did it to yourself. You did. And that's what really hurts. You do it to yourself. Just you. You and no one else. Do it to yourself. So Homesick Alien slipping down the order with no one to blame except, oh, and it's a Nissan trait as Skyjacker goes for the wide line around Spoon and finds he's in the soup, and there we go, Ensign Hewitt as well, and Homesick Alien looked like he followed him, and it's an absolute tank blaster out there with the Jim and Jokers trying to get by the Nissan. They get by, and my good golly gosh, it's action-packed on lap 1 here at Suzuka. 3 wide please in the 130R, not quite, and oh wow, Jokers went for a very wide line there. Oh, he's come back on track, and he's absolutely murdered Jim into the barriers, and he is dead. My God, I don't know, Joker's had a brain fade there as Racer Brown tries to retake the lead. Matt Psycho giving it all he's got down the straight, and he looks like he's got a little more than the Toyota, but it's the Toyota coming out of the corners, I think really is special. But no, Matt Psycho pulls the move of moves off, and he's just got to take the pressure from the Toyota's line astern. Racer Brown and Guesty, and look at Noxie up into 4th, Skyjacker 5th, Bazza is up into 6th, better in race trim than qualifying. Ensign Hewitt in 7th, Homesick Alien in 8th, Jimbo, and Jokers has redressed with the Jim. But Jim, he was up in some good positions, wasn't he? And it just seemed, I don't know, I think Jokers might have not had control of the car when he careered back onto the track. If so, that was definitely a terrible re-entry to track. Matt Psycho, meanwhile, though, is holding off the legend that is known as Racer Brown, and Racer Brown is all up and wanting some positions. Pat in the chat as Racer Brown wants to brake later than the Ferrari and gives him a little love nudge. Oh, and Guesty's dropped it. Guesty's dropped it coming out the corner. And Noxie now up into third place. And Guesty drips to fourth with the Nissan of Skyjacker right there ready for the attack. Bazza in sixth. He's some 3 seconds behind that battle up ahead of him. But he's got Ensign behind him by 8/10. Homesick Alien. He'll be wanting some more points out of this race, I can tell you. Jimbo. Oh. And Jokus. Jimbo's just going to be driving around hoping someone slams it into a wall somewhere and he can just have a practice of his racing lines, I guess. And Matt Psycho still holding off a Racer Brown, and now these have got some breathing space behind them, but Noxie never counts him out. He's doing very well, and Racer Brown trying to find a way past the Psycho, and Matt says no go, Joe. Racer Brown has to think. That's a whole lap he's kept Racer Brown behind. I mean, can he maintain that for another 10 minutes? For another 4 laps? 3 laps? 4 laps? Who's that? Noxie? Ooh! Skyjacker has got a tow on Guesty. Guesty's ran out of road. And he's back on. That's not a bad recovery, because things can go awfully wrong down there. And Skyjacker have got the fastest lap that last lap, so the Nissans have pace. The Nissans do have pace, but Matt Psycho and Racer Brown are locked in a battle, which seems it does slow you down somewhat, because look how quick Noxie has caught up to those boys. Cracking. I'm hearing so much crackling in my ear. Is this audio really bad? It's not sounding too bad. I think it's because it's so loud, it's blowing out the speaker in my headphone. So Matt Psycho then still keeping Racer Brown at bay. And how he does it, we'll never know. We do not know. But it's a glorious sight to see 2 people at the top of the game. He's going for a move. He's gone for a move. And Matt Psycho tried to close the door, but Racer Brown was already a foot and a leg in that door. And he said, no go, Joe. And that's the second time I used that by accident. I didn't mean that one. And straight away, Matt Psycho, well, maybe Racer Brown lifted a bit. Maybe he thought, fair's fair. I think it was a fair move. So, but I don't know if Matty Boy made the move back on Racer Brown, or Racer Brown was just a little courteous and said, do you know what? I want to overtake you without touching you. No, Noxie, a little wide, heading towards the barrier, survives, but Skyjacker says, thank you very much. I smell a podium. And Noxie down into 4th, but he just has to cling on, because I'm sure there's more action to be had here. As Homesick Alien, wow! Like a phoenix from the flames, he's raised himself right up, and he's battling with the Guestmeister out there, and Guesty losing the car out of the hairpin, I think we saw. And now he's trying to fight it back into touch. And they've got 8 minutes to go, with Ensign Newer in 7th place. And the Bazza is in 8th. You know what? It's cracking so much in my ear roll, I think it's going to burst. I'll wait until the break in between. I've only got 8 minutes to go. So the Bazza, he was up into 6th, so he's been overtaken by Ensign Newer and Homesick Alien, but he was 6 seconds off his own pace in that last lap. That might be how that's happened, and Jim likes that. Jim likes that. Oh yeah, the Ferrari and the Porsche battle. Definitely wasn't what Jim needed. He wanted to get a few positions on the Baz, so that's not worked out well, but he is catching the Baz up, and he's definitely faster than the Baz. So who knows, come the end of the race. Oh, he's getting purples, is Jimbo now. Look at him, show off. Matt Psycho then still under pressure from Racer Brown. And Racer Brown aims to make a move around the outside, but he just can't, but he flips it back underneath. And that is still not enough against the grunt of the Ferrari. The Ferrari is outshining that Toyota today in the Group 4 category, and Matt Psycho yielding an absolute weapon against the Toyotas. Remember, Matt Psycho's 2nd in the championship after a pair of wins from the last round, and it's looking good again. I'm just checking audio because it really is cracking me roll. I've got to take them something. I've got to do something. And here we go, side by side, 130R. Racer Brown trying it around the outside. Just doesn't work. And do you know who this is working out for? Mr. Skyjacker, who is absolutely flying in the Nissan. And he's coming up to the leaders. And Skyjacker, I said he smells like a podium. It could smell like a win if he plays his cards right. Guesty in fourth with Noxie in fifth place. 7/10 behind the Guesty. And Homesick Alien only 8/10 behind the BMW. Oh, Guesty's got past Noxie. Sorry, I missed it. With a 2:08.8. Unbelievable lap time from Guesty. First one I think we've seen in the 08s. And Guesty absolutely attacking this Japanese track. It's a Japanese triple header as well. I forgot to mention. Noxie in fifth. Homesick Alien sixth. Ensign Ewer, fine drive in seventh at the moment with the Baz in eighth. He's maintaining that gap between himself and Jim and Jokus. Having such a strong qualifying, doesn't seem to land first couple of laps, just didn't work out for him. Pushing too hard, obviously. So Matt Psycho still ahead of the Toyota, and how he's taken this much pressure is unbelievable. He really has held up against the Toyota, and the Toyota again going for that outside line because he doesn't know what else to do, and the Ferrari maintaining position ahead of him, and Skyjacker all the time eking them in. Bandit saying finally Racer Brown has to work for a victory. Lols. Good driving from Matt. It's great defensive driving from Matt. He's really keeping that Toyota in its place, and with Skyjacker on his way to help, I think they're going to Pinzer Racer Brown out of it. Guesty though, 5 seconds adrift ahead of Noxie. Oh, Noxie did a 2:15. Oh, we saw, was that one when he went wide? Possibly. And Homesick Alien chasing it after early mistakes. Ensign Ewer in 7th. Bazza in 8th. Jim in 9th. And Jokus in 10th. Now back to the lead. Oh no, God, no! You buggers. So here we go. We're coming up to 130R. He's right on his tail. He's not. He's just going to slingshot out of it into the hairpin, but no. Oh, and that's it. My Lord, what a beautiful move. That was glorious, Racer Brown, I've got to say. It was delicious. And the Ferrari's back ahead. There you go. But no, Racer Brown's coming back. No, and so Matt Psycho must have got him into turn 1. That's the jeopardy of using replays. And Matt Psycho then, I could have just pressed Z, I suppose, and waited. But Matt Psycho getting the move back, getting the position back. And Matt Psycho having a race. He had a race last week, didn't he? He really did pull out all the stops. And we did think it's because the Toyotas weren't there. But Matt Psycho silencing those doubters and saying, it doesn't matter if the Toyotas are here, I'm still going to win. And at the moment, Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, number 16 Ferrari, is doing a fine job against the Toyota, who doesn't seem to have an answer for it. But is he going to try that again through 130R? That's rather scary. Skyjacker not catching him. It looks like his tyres are dipping away from him, and he could be in trouble because Guesty's got a wind in his sails. He's got a northerly wind that's pushing him very fastly towards Skyjacker, whose tyres are dribbling away from him as Racer Brown nibbling at the back of Matt Psycho. And really, I mean, it's a dangerous game to play, but for Matt Psycho, he really needs the Nissan to catch him up. That could be trying to slow down. He's got a bit of a jump on Racer Brown now. Racer Brown will be getting a lovely tow, but he's not as close, so he won't be able to pull that slingshot shenanigans. And no, he stays where he is, and Matt Psycho dealt with that expertly. And Matt Psycho still leads, coming into a lap, starting lap 7, possibly the final lap of the race. And it's a lovely little piece of racemanship out there between these two. In the lead, Matt Psycho and Racer Brown giving it some large ones around. I mean, we could do a vote, but I'd say one of the best racing tracks on this good planet Earth. And I know there is some contenders for that ranking, but Suzuka really is special. It's got everything. It's got a bit of everything, as Suzuka is delicious. And oh, Racer Brown, that's a door that's wide open, and he's going to waltz on through. Ta-da-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-dee-dee-dee. And Matt Psycho going into the corner looked like he had a small wobble on, and that was the invitation, but no. Racer Brown goes too hot into Degner, and he's gone spinning around, and Skyjacker now up into second, Guesty up to third, Noxie up into fourth. Racer Brown has to wait, the endless wait for the cars to come through. Homesick Alien in fifth with Ensign New at sixth, Bazza up into seventh, Jim now in eighth as Racer Brown still waits. Maybe he's just very angry. Maybe he's going through a tantric speech to himself or something. So Matt Psycho 1.7 second lead on Skyjacker, and Guesty in third with Noxie in fourth, Homesick Alien up into fifth with Ensign New at sixth, Bazza Twins in seventh, Jim in eighth, Jokus ninth. Has Racer Brown finished? Did he not rejoin? Ooh. Maybe there was an emergency at home. So I know it's Matt Psycho's Christmas tree fell over at the weekend. So Matt Psycho then comes home for a glorious, well-fought win to get first place. Great, third win in a row. Skyjacker second, and Guesty take a boom ice on with the fastest lap over the line in third. Noxie comes home for fourth. Great, more fourths to him in this championship. Homesick Alien fifth, Ensign New at great sixth place, Bazza in seventh, and Jim coming home in eighth. And Jokus still got a ways to go to come home. And we lost Racer Brown. His car exploded. Maybe aliens abducted him. Possibly. I mean, we saw him sat at the side of the road, and then suddenly he wasn't. So maybe aliens came and abducted Mr. Brown, and Joker's there, finishing in ninth. And what a glorious race that was, with Matt Psycho taking the win, Skyjacker in second, Guesty in third. There he is with his medal. Look, he gets a trophy and a wreath. He looks beautiful. I'll take you to the race results. I think Racer Brown late braked. I don't think they were very close to each other, really, for that to be a nudge. And that's not anything anyone said. I'm just covering all bases out there, just in case someone's thinking, they were close together going into that corner. Could have been shenanigans, but I don't think there was. I think there's something wrong with his rig, the way that he didn't rejoin. I think he's had rig issues before. So let's have a look then. Bandit saying very good to see how close Matt and Racer Brown are driving. Bumper to bumper, big respect. And Matt Psycho saying, did I touch RB? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, but you're in the car. I don't think you did, but I don't know. Do you want me to say it again? I don't know. I honestly don't know. You're waiting for the magic number. And Racer Brown to say, did we touch? Yes, we bloody did. You bugger. I thought he late braked from the stream. That's my 2 pence worth. But it's not often that Racer Brown late brakes. So, I don't know. Then, the magic number... No, Matt Psycho's left. Oh, come on. Are they private messaging each other? What the shenanigans? It's P10. And now it's all gone a bit strange. Bandit, little bit opportunistic move from Matt, but far Fair in my opinion, says Bandit. Bandit says fair. Ling I am says these drivers are good. And Matt Psycho saying, I'll be back. Who do you think you are? Arnie Schwarzenegger? Right, we got 9 minutes. So you guys are going to have a look at some Group 3s driving around. Hopefully. There you go. Good old Ensign. I reckon he doesn't smoke because he's always out there. For your entertainment, obviously. I'll be back soon. I've got to roll it as well, so it's going to take ages. I'll be back as soon as I can. All right. We're back on the air. Thingy Man Jig and the Lump heading at you at the GTMC VRC. And we're having a blast today. And we're going to be playing some Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. In all seriousness, I have got some actual sponsorship to get out of the way. I know I used to mess around and joke around about sponsors and stuff, but I've got some true actual. We found a revenue here at VRC. We might finally see some pennies for all our hard work. But yeah, we've got an affiliate. We've got someone who's willing to give us money. What we need you to do is buy their stuff. So. We don't get money unless you buy their stuff. It really works out, but it's great. You've heard about these delivery services. They deliver a box of food to you, and you cook it yourself, and everything. It's just the ingredients and like a recipe. Well, it's one of them. It's a new one of them, really. It's called Box 69, and if you subscribe, it's a box of like a meal for two, a special meal for two. That special person in your life. Box 69 it's called. The first one is going to be sushi and sausages. Bon appetit. So go to our website www.virtualracersclub.co.uk and click on Box 69, a meal for two. Delicious. All right, back to the race then, or the chat shall we go to first. So Pat, that's Box 69. Meal for two. And the first one is sushi and sausages. Right then. Pat saying full grid reversal alarm. And Skyjacker saying you don't moan too much. And as you said, it's part of your charm. I don't know if I said that. I said, is it part of my charm? Racer Brown. You drug smuggling scumbag. Not... What has gone on here? Hey up, what's gone on here then? What's he done? How much is this costing you, Skyjacker? See? Keep it in the family. Bazzer. Put an A and an N on there, it's awesome. And Jim with an R, but yeah, that was a shocker at the beginning there. From Noxie, of all people, as well. I'm his biggest champion, for heaven's sake. Ensign. There are 4 lights. He's not going to go one way or another. There are 4 lights, Ensign. 4 lights. Pat saying, start incoming. Check Discord thingy. Stat incoming. Stat. Before this race starts, incoming stat from Pat the Stat. Chat Pat. First race from tonight as Guestie's 8 from 147 races, a strike rate of 54.4%. Well done, Guestie, and well done, Statopat. Patastat. I don't know. I did it. I came up with it, and I don't remember it instantly. Statopat. I think it was Pat Chat in the thing. All right, I didn't look at anyone's tyres. Jokers is on pole because Racer Brown has been shunned to the back for quitting out the room. So Jokers takes the lead in the BMW. He's on racing softs. Jim in second on the super softs. Bazza is on the softs in third. Ensign Newart's gone for a set of softs in fourth. Homesick Alien on a set of softs, going for an early move on the Honda, but he doesn't get it to pay off. So Homesick Alien on. There's some movement up at front. Oh my God, who's gone off? Someone's had an off. Offski, who's gone off? Oh no, not Jimbo. Oh, Jim, it's just, you can't buy any luck, can Jim? He can't even buy some luck at the moment. He's, if he didn't have no luck, he's just having bad luck, whatever the saying is. So Joker still leads with the Baz in second now. Ensign Newark up into third with Homesick Alien, giving him a lot to think about. He's on the racing soft tyres again. He's having another look at the Honda. And Noxie, he's on the racing softs in the Beamer. Guestie is on the racing softs in sixth. In the Skyjacker seventh. All yellow flags again, and it's the Alien. Homesick Alien is off form in this one, the reigning champion. It looks like we know what round he's going to drop at the end of the season. Racer Brown already up to 8th place on those super softs, and he's getting to work with the Psycho, who would have started virtually at the back, apart from Mr. Brown. Homesick Alien slips off the road with a bit of damage, and Jimbo, we saw the tail end of something with him, and my golly gosh, this race is lively already. Pat also saying, just to type it out as the audio dipped at the wrong time, the first race from tonight was Guesty's 80th podium of the year. From 147 races, a strike rate of 54.4%. Is the audio being crappy? Every time I turn it up, it sounds alright. Maybe it's just your YouTube app. Maybe it didn't dip for everyone else. You just wanted the stat read out twice. So 1.5 seconds for Jokers in the lead of the Baz, who Ensign Hewitt's still there, and Guesty, he's going to come on strong later on in this race, I bet thee. With Noxie in 5th, as Skyjacker 6th, Matt Psycho 7th, and Racer Brown resuming that race. And I didn't hear anyone in any way say what the outcome of Racer Brown and Matt Psycho, if it was anyone's fault or not, I don't know. Racer Brown didn't answer, did he? And then Homesick Alien in 9th, and Jimbo in for a long evening as his head sunk already. Whoa! So Bazza playing dare with the edge of the track, a court just now, and that is going to give Ensign Hewitt a good old. Who's that? Yeah, see Ensign Hewitt closing in already. And we are on for a race this evening. I say evening because the headlights are on. Guesty chasing him down with Noxie in the fray as well. Skyjacker could be possibly saving fuel. Dropped off that lead a little bit. Lead pack, Matt Psycho also. These guys just ticking it over mid-race. I'm just getting, we know, had a bit of an off. I think Jimbo's had more off. He's further behind Homesick. I think he was only 5 seconds behind the Alien. That's a shame. As Bazza, Guesty's got one on Ensign Hewitt, and Ensign Hewitt is now in the middle of a Guesty Noxie sandwich, and there's no better place to be, I imagine. What a torch race there as Guesty gets through 130. Ensign Hewitt also, Noxie backed off a little more and those guys ahead, but later on the brakes into the chicane than Ensign Hewitt, and it feels like it's only a matter of time before that Beamer is really going to be harassing. And oh my god, Guesty now all up in the Porsche's business, and Guesty going for 2nd place. Later on the brakes, and the Toyota behaving absolutely deliciously. Look at that, perfect, curb to curb, couldn't get much better. And the Baz slips down to 3rd, and Ensign Hewitt is only just there as well. Ensign Hewitt up for some action today with Noxie and Skyjacker all in tow. Skyjacker's closed right up to that group, and there's Matt Psycho and Racer Brown heading that way also. But it's Jokers at the moment that's leading the pack, and Pat saying just it briefly might have been a buffer at my end. News. So Jokers on the absolute raggedy edge. Look at him, the back end wanting to step out on him. Guesty up into 2nd. Now Jokers, you can't get away with too many of those power slides when you've got Guesty hunting you down. And again, he's a little out of sorts coming out of the hairpin. Someone very wide down there. Who was that? Beamer, it looked like. Noxie. Has Noxie lost a place to Skyjacker? Yeah, that we saw just off the distance with Skyjacker making a sweet move on Ensign. Jim's lost even more time. The Ferrari must be an absolute handful here at Suzuka, because he is not enjoying it. And Jokers has lost the, and he's right there under the spoiler of the Beamer. And with this tidy little battling, it makes perfect sense for Guesty to pull out a 2.5 second lead. It really does. And there's a Skyjacker being harassed by Noxie, and Racer Brown has caught him. Where's Matt Psycho? Matt Psycho was ahead of Mr. Brown, and it does. Homesick Alien in 8th place. More movement. Jokers has had a bit of an off. Skis. And Joker's now down in 7th with the back end wanting to step out. And Homesick Alien will be lining him up very soon. And Guesty now is the leader of the race with the Baz in 2nd. Just Skyjacker 3rd. The cream does rise, they say. Noxie in 4th again. Racer Brown, though, wishes to relieve him of that position. And he is absolutely... Racer Brown has been glued to the back of a car all evening. And that's not how we're used to seeing Racer Brown. We usually see him disappearing off into the distance. But tonight is the night that he's going to be sitting behind people. La la la. So Guesty leads from Barry Twins. Skyjacker very close to the Baz as we are sat on board with the other Toyota. He's the fastest man out there at the moment with a 1:59.6. Going for a move on Noxie as Noxie cannot settle the back end of his BMW, and it's easy pickings for the Toyota, a lot more settled, and that BMW has real issues at the rear end. Matt Psycho, I said he wasn't doing too well, but he's doing all right. He's let Racer Brown go, but he's heading towards Noxie, and he's on the same trajectory as Racer Brown. Guesty, though, I think he's putting it out the park. Look at that, 4.5 seconds as Skyjacker has made the move on the Baz. Whitejacker well on his way to chasing down Guesty as the Baz now has Racer Brown. Oh my god, it's never ending, as Racer Brown must have got past Noxie. He was behind him, wasn't he? No, I think that's already been done. Noxie wants a piece of the Toyota, it looks like. Yes, we saw the Noxie's back end. Oh, what was that sparking? It was the Porsche, I think, but everything seems to be okay. This, if Bazza can maintain. Oh, he's gone wide in the hairpin though, and that gives Racer Brown absolute. I bet that's Bazza not wanting to get involved in the championship, so getting way out of the way, it seems. A gentleman racer there has ever been. And Noxie then in 5th. He'll be wanting to get a move like that done on the Baz. If you go wide, Baz, which he does again, and Bazza just going wide in every corner. He's not finding the grip in that Porsche, and without the grip he cannot contend with these boys around him, and they're all just mugging him off down the inside as his Porsche slides to the outside of the corner. Matt Psycho next, but the Baz coming back at Noxie. Noxie though through on 30R, delicious, and wow, Matt Psycho trying to pull a move on the Porsche in that very corner, and Bazza says no, not yet. Not yet. I'll go wide in another corner for you. Guesty, meanwhile, 4.2 seconds in the lead, and that rise has finished now as Skyjacker. Oof, that was a big lag jag. What was going on there? I wonder if someone just... Oh, they've still got 10 competitors, but wow, that was a bounce and a half. That's like GT7 lag. And so Skyjacker and Racer Brown getting nifty on the track. Noxie in 4th. It's a position he's quite comfortable with. He's liking 4th this season, is Noxie. Bazza down to 5th. Matt Psycho getting ever closer to the Porsche. Homesick Alien 7th. He's head down, just plucking away. And Jimbo in for an early stop, and so is Ensign Hewitt. What, we're only 11 minutes into the race, but still, how do you divide that up? 11 minutes, 20 minutes, 11 minutes, or what? It's really optimum 2-stopper. You want to be going sort of 15, is it? 15 minutes into the race, and then 15 minutes from the end of the race, 10 minutes stint in the middle. I don't know. Maybe 11 minutes is fine. It just seems early. So Guesty, I mean, they've got, yeah, Guesty's starting to munch through those tyres. He's got just over a quarter of a tank of fuel. Skyjacker, just under half a tank of fuel. Racer Brown is exactly the same, but he's gone wide, but it hasn't hurt him. He's got exactly the same fuel on board. Actually, he's got a little more than Skyjacker. So Racer Brown holding a little bit more fuel than Skyjacker as he goes for a move through 130R, and oh, Skyjacker goes out wide, but and then yeah, Racer Brown lifts, and that promotes little Noxie up into second place. Noxie, you treasure. Keep it alive for the BMW boys, the Beamer boys. And Skyjacker puts it into the pits as Racer Brown continues on. Matt Psycho, he's got dead on a quarter of a fuel left, as Bazza has got somewhere between a quarter and a half. I was trying to do percentages last time, but that was absolutely miserable. And Homesick Alien, his tyre wear's not looking great, but he is just under half a tank of fuel, and he's in 6th as Skyjacker replenishes the tank and puts on some new boots. Joker's also making the decision to make a stop. Ensign Europe went for a medium tyre, so he's going for a long middle stint, I'm sure. And Jim has gone for softs, and he just wants a little extra grip, I'm sure. Guesty then 5.8 seconds ahead of Noxie. Guesty's tyre wear and fuel is worse than Noxie's. Noxie's tyres are looking absolutely beautiful. And Racer Brown's tyres not as good, and Matt Psycho is closing in on the Toyota. This could be an interesting little battle coming up. The Baz kept it in there though, look, in 5th, and he can still see the leaders. So Bazza, even though we saw a few people making some overtakes on him, he's doing all right in 5th. Homesick Alien 6th, and then we've got the pit stoppers. Skyjacker in 7th, going for an undercut possibly on Guesty. Maybe that's the plan. Get out. He's got a hella load of space in front of him. 22 seconds. So he's good. He's good to just blast some great lap times in, as Guesty's tyres go older and older. So yeah, maybe Skyjacker going for a tactical overtake rather than one on the track. And Guesty's well, that was sloppy, so I'm guessing he's coming in because the tyres have had their best. And Noxie stays out. Noxie, brilliant stuff. Noxie carrying on, and Racer Brown continues on with him, and the Baz stays out as well. So it's the undercut we're looking at from Skyjacker. Has it worked for him? He's coming up to the chicane. Guesty could, oh well, I don't know, he wouldn't really want to short fill it. Matt Psycho's only just getting to his box as Skyjacker comes through the chicane into the final corner. Guesty's filling up now as Skyjacker, it says, in 5th, but he's not gone past the pit exit yet. Guesty's been released. Guesty has been released, but they're so much closer than they were. Yeah, I mean, down to nearly 1.5 seconds. So the undercut has gained Skyjacker a lot of ground on Guesty there. Indeedly do. But Guesty's just going to start chugging away, isn't he? He's going to start chugging away. But yeah, Skyjacker pulled himself a little closer to Guesty, but I imagine he'd wanted to be ahead. Getting purples though, going the right way. So Noxie leads from Racer Brown, and these guys aren't trying to one-stop it, surely, are they? Noxie's just not going to happen. I'm going to say they could one-stop it. Racer Brown definitely could one-stop it. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel still on board. Bazza, he's got quite a bit of fuel, and so's Homesick Alien. So it looks like these guys are going to try a one-stop this race. It's a long pit stop. How much did they lose? 36 seconds in the pit stop. 34 seconds. Well, they gained some on the other end of the lap though. So what? 31, 32 seconds. Pit stop. Homesick Alien's only 16.8 seconds ahead, but he's caught up Bazza. Lovely. Bazza's tyres must be screaming. Mercy, mercy, and mercy. And Noxie's gone in, so Noxie not one stopping, nor is the Baz. Racer Brown and Homesick Alien are still in contention for a one stop here. And at this point in the race, it quite possibly could be the only way they can go, because Guesty is only 15.2 seconds behind them. They're not going to gain anything from just stopping twice. Skyjacker then makes the move up into 4th place. Matt Psycho also getting ahead of Noxie, because I think, well, no, he did get ahead of Noxie on track. Noxie then released back on track, just behind Matt Psycho, and wow, look how close it is between Noxie and the Baz. Noxie, though, 6th, Barry Twins 7th, Jokus is in 8th, with Ensignor in 9th, and Jim is back in the pits, but it doesn't look like they're working on the car, and Jim has thrown the flag in, I think, and pulled in to the pits. Racer Brown. See, that's a weird one. Poor old Jim sitting in the pits for the next 22 minutes, but if he quit out, then it'd be Matt Psycho scoring the points for Ferrari, and he's 2 places ahead of Barry Twins. I'm so calculated. How calculated am I? I'm saying that it's better for Jim to DNF this race for Ferrari in the manufacturer's table rather than sit in the pits. I mean, he's DNF'd the race, but I mean DNF, like quit out, so he's not on the sheet, because I think they do it by the sheet. So if he stays there, he's going to pick up points in last place. If he quits out, Matt Psycho picks up points for Ferrari, and he's ahead of Barry Twins. Just doing the math there of how these things work. Racer Brown then still out and still not pitted, and we are now 18 minutes 30 seconds into this race. And in the chat, Jim saying, oh, I didn't think about that, I was being too honest. And Mama Homesick saying, evening thingy, how are you? I'm good, man, I'm good. I'm trying to find loopholes in the system to help Ferrari maintain 3rd in the manufacturers championship. I don't know how legal it is. So Racer Brown 6.2 seconds lead on Homesick Alien. Guesty's closed the gap even more, meaning the 2-stop is probably the better way to go. And I think Guesty, but Racer Brown and Homesick were down in 4th and 5th at one point in that race. I mean, everyone was in 4th and 5th at one point in this race, I guess. But yeah, they were only mid-pack at best, weren't they, Racer Brown and Homesick Alien? So I'm saying, oh, they're going to lose out to Guesty, but I don't ever think the race was against Guesty. I think they're racing the likes of Noxie and the Baz. I think that's who they're thinking of racing. They're 28 seconds behind Noxie, 29 seconds behind Baz. That's a pit stop. That is the one pit stop they're going to make. Well, no, their pit stop's going to be a bit longer, 34, 35 seconds. They've got to fill the cars right up, which is going to make it a longer pit stop. But they're going to be there with Bazza and Noxie. But Noxie and Baz are going to have to pit again. Noxie's put a lot of fuel in there, but he really tricks me. He always makes me think, oh, is he going to go all the way? But he's not. So Racer Brown's fuel is flashing. Homesick Alien, 9,036 miles he's done in that Nissan. In that, is he the highest number? 2,420 in the Toyota for Racer Brown. 762 for Guesty. Barely. They're amateur numbers, isn't they? What is that the same? Novice numbers. Racer Brown's in then, 20 minutes 30 on the clock. Definitely over halfway for these two drivers. They're not racing Guesty. Guesty will retake the lead. It's really Noxie and Barry Twins that they're looking at. I think that's who they're trying to get ahead on track of, because that's who they were behind. So the Noxie up into 4th, Bazza in 5th. And with these two having to stop again, that's done nothing for them, has it? I don't like to say some people's things haven't worked, but I don't know if that one-stop strategy is the way to go here. And Racer Brown gets the jump on the Alien out of the pits. Homesick Alien only just leaving. Racer Brown got a good old leap. Racer Brown's 2-stopping, isn't he? He's short-filled. No, he fully filled. Homesick Alien fully filled. Oh, man. Aye, man. Oh, way, man. They've the Nissan obviously a lot longer to fill up than the Toyota. Interesting. And they're 10 seconds behind Bazza, but Bazza's got to pit again. So maybe it's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight, that's all I'm going to say. But Racer Brown and Homesick could possibly jump. Noxie and Barry Twins in their pits. We see Noxie, he likes to do that last sort of 3 laps from the end, come in for a splash and dash. Guesty, meanwhile, 8 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. And the Nissan, although it's fast, it's not fast enough to live with those times. And Pat saying, wouldn't Jim have had to be racing past halfway to actually score points though? I need the points personally to keep in touch with Ensign. Oh yeah, there is that. Well, I think they do it from what the final sheet is. Because if you've gone over halfway, sometimes when you quit out, it does still put your name at the bottom of the sheet at the end. But they take the results page at the end of the race. So I think if you've quit out and you're not on the results page, Skyjack will be steaming. He's driving around in second place trying to race, and there's the commentators trying to find loopholes in his rules to help Ferrari up into third. Guesty's absolutely displaying a pure school of speed out there. It really is. He's done 3 laps in the 59s. It's ridiculous. That Toyota is supreme. Skyjacker then a 2:05 last time around. That's us talking about the rules, and that's put Matt Psycho right in the zone there. And I'm so sorry, Skyjacker. No more talk. Private message me, Jim. Not really, I'm just joking. I haven't got time for private messages on stream. And there you see how much of a handful the Ferrari is. Anyway, Jim wants the points against Ensign. Where is Ensign in this? Has he dropped? Oh yeah, because he put the medium tyres on. So Matt Psycho. Did close up to Skyjacker. Skyjacker lost a heck of a lot of time. He's put his hazard lights came on, it's his brake lights. There you see it's the Ferrari coming out of Spoon, absolutely pelting it. Skyjacker's tyres, he was one of the first to pit, remember? He tried to get the undercut on these guys and it worked for him. He did get closer to Guesty, but Guesty stretched out that lead with these consistent 59s. He's plateaued out. He's just done a 2 minute, but only just 2 minute .1. And Skyjacker, 15 minutes to go. He's not opted to go to the pitch yet. He's sticking it out with Matt Psycho all up in his breeze. Noxie, solid 4th place. No one can take that away from him. He's pulled away from the Baz by 2 seconds. Racer Brown 10 seconds behind the Baz. Homesick Alien was behind Jokers, but he's managed to get ahead of Jokers, and he's chasing down a Racer Brown. Ensign Ewart on those medium tyres, going for a long run in the middle. One of the first to pit, as was Jim, who's had enough of that Ferrari's behaviour around here at Suzuka, so he's put the Ferrari on the naughty step. Guesty then 11.7 seconds lead. Skyjacker still holding off Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho a force to be reckoned with come the end of this season. And the development plan they've got in Ferrari, they've taken the different way of the F1 Ferrari, have the Ferraris this season. They've got stronger as the season's gone on, and with Matt Psycho winning the last 3 races held, and that's Matt Psycho getting the move done on Skyjacker. And yes, that Ferrari come good near the end. Don't think he's going to get this win. I think Guesty's going to destroy the run that Matt Psycho's on at the moment, but Matt Psycho's not chasing Guesty down in the championship, and late on the brakes for Skyjacker. And how late? Oh, side by side coming out the corner, but Matt Psycho got the inside line there, because I think Skyjacker had to brake a little bit more than Matt Psycho did with the later braking and all. And this is helping Noxie though, closing in on these two. Noxie half a tank fuel, Matt Psycho just under a quarter of a tank of fuel, and Skyjacker low on fuel. But there goes Guesty in for his final stop. And Matt Psycho, what will he do? He stopped a little later, didn't he? than Guesty, and he's going to continue on. Skyjacker, though, has opted to go in, putting Noxie up into second. Noxie's got half a tank of fuel. Now, if we look at Racer Brown, he's got 3/4, so has Homesick Alien. So 3/4 of a tank is what you need to get to the end. Noxie's got just under half a tank, and oh, woe is me. Racer Brown up into third. Is that serious? Homesick Alien, what's going on? Guesty then out in fourth, behind Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien shouldn't be pitting again. So, yes, maybe the one stop. Why is... Yeah, Racer Brown... But they're not going to be able to maintain it, are they? I mean, Guesty's on fresh tyres. He's going to breeze past, surely. And how much can Homesick Alien defend? How wide can he make that Nissan? This is the leader, and he could help his teammate out, because his teammate was about 7 or 8 seconds behind Guesty. So Homesick Alien, if he could hold Guesty up or slow the absolute roller coaster speed of Guesty in the midsection of this race, that could help Skyjacker. And Guesty's going for the outside, and there you go. Look at that, beautiful stuff. That is grip, and I don't know, the Toyotas are just special, and the person behind the wheel is special, but not like that special, but kind of special. Don't forget about our new affiliate, our new sponsor. Oh, Guesty's dropping it. He was thinking of box 69 and the lovely sushi and sausage meal for 2. And he nearly lost it off the track, and Homesick Alien in there with a tight little battle, but Homesick Alien slipping back, and Matt Psycho takes it into the pits, and this is about Skyjacker, isn't it? Skyjacker out there on the super soft tyres, closely battling on track. As Racer Brown now in second. He's 9 seconds behind Noxie. Start fuel saving, Noxie, surely. 10 minutes to go is 4 laps. You can give up 2 seconds to Racer Brown a lap. Can you fuel save enough? No, not a quarter of a tank, possibly. I don't know. Because Racer Brown, he's only on half, and Guesty's put in 3/4 of a tank. Homesick Alien in fourth. They might have to look after their fuel a little bit, because yeah, everyone else is on 3/4. So Racer Brown and Homesick Alien, it's not clear cut, you know. They might not. It might be tight for fuel. They might have to back off a lot in the last lap or 2 of this race, which will put Matt Psycho and Skyjacker in great stead. Oh, I'm not moaning about my ear thing, because I found a way of turning it down. I sussed out how to turn it down in the break. And it's really cool. PS5, you can go to sub-menus, and it doesn't interrupt the stream. Whereas on the old PS4 days, it'd make you look at a blue screen while I looked at other menus. So, wow, technology is clever. Pat saying, the 2,400 miles RB has done in his Toyota is enough to go from London to... You're joking. Right, I'm going to try and say it, but Pat, my vocabulary is shocking, okay? There's not many words I can get my tongue around, and there's not many English words I can get my tongue around, should I say. So when you sort of lay down foreign words, have you heard me say rear derriere? I have to say rear at the front of it for some reason, rather than a derriere. So, okay, alright, we'll give it a go. Pat chat, and a stat. It's a stat from Pat in a Pat chat. And, right, the 2,400 miles RB has done in his Toyota is enough to go from London to Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt with a few left over. Shamalala, sham sham. Right then, Racer Brown's leading this race by 4 seconds. Guesty is picking him up, isn't he? A 59.0 from Guesty. My good golly gosh. I I only gave myself one good golly gosh in this stream, and I had to get it out because Guesty's speed is shocking. Homesick Alien. Sorry. I didn't even mute the mic. I thought about muting the mic and then just decided to cough instead. Pat, you could try Tel Aviv if you wait once with about 200 extra. So by the end of the season, you would have driven to Tel Aviv. So there we go. Racer Brown leading the race. Guesty catching him up. Homesick Alien in third. The Racer Brown and Homesick Alien both opting for the one-stop strategy, and that was all the fashion last season. But this season, it's all been about the two-stop. And but Homesick Alien and Racer Brown going old school at this very old track. It's Noxie in his usual fourth place. He's pitted. He pitted. Sorry, yeah. He was leading, wasn't he? So he's pitted. He's come out in fourth. That's fantastic. Well, is it? Yeah, because if Homesick Alien and Racer Brown do have to back off, that's going to put Noxie in a beautiful position. But we just saw Matt Psycho getting purple. So Matt Psycho, he's got himself ahead of Skyjacker in the pits, I think. And oh my god, I lost track of this race somewhere in the middle. Bazza's in 7th, Jokers is in 8th, Ensign Newart's in 9th, and Jimbo is watching Netflix in the pits. He's watching the new Harry and Meghan series. Mama trying to help. Oh dear. Sharm El Sheikh. There you go. Oh, I like Shake Away. Next time I've got a Shake Away, I'm going to ask for a Sharm El Sheikh. Can I have a Sharm El Sheikh, please? It's Egyptian, I think. Must mean it's got pharaohs in it. I don't know. Lynxes. So Racer Brown leads the way 4 seconds. Guesty, though, munching away that space between them. Talking about munching, don't forget. Box 69, the first recipe. Meal for 2, sushi, and sausages. And it's up to you who eats the sausages and who eats the sushi. It seems like an obvious way round to me, but it's your preference. Subscribe now. And Racer Brown leads the way, but 3.6 seconds as Guesty closes the gap. Homesick Alien in third, Noxie fourth, Matt Psycho fifth, Skyjacker in 6th, Bazza in 7th, Jokers is in 8th. Now let's see, is there anyone moving anywhere? I don't think Ensign Newart's going to gain much in this race. 5 minutes left. He's had some good pace, look at him. Well, no, not really. They're doing 201s, aren't they? I was thinking back at it. If it was a Group 4 race, then Ensign Newart's got some good pace there. He's doing the fast times that the Group 4 cars were. Sorry, Ensign, there's 4 lights, mate. What can I say? Jokers in 8th. He's 30 seconds behind the Baz. I don't think there's much chance of him catching the Baz. I want to put my neck out there. The Baz is 13 seconds behind Skyjacker. And, well, you never know. If Skyjacker has a spin, then the Baz... Oh, that's... Skyjacker's going for fastest lap. It's interesting. 13 seconds isn't enough. He comes out behind the Baz, but you must feel confident he's going to get behind the back ahead of the Baz. So he's going in for a fresh set of tyres. I don't know. Maybe he's mad with me. I don't know. So Racer Brown's leading by only 2.8 seconds. Guesty, he deserves this one. And there's no team chivalry here. Let's have a look at the table. Is there a reason they would be like that? Would he let Racer Brown win because someone's in a better position? I don't know. Racer Brown's 4th in the championship. Guesty is 7th. Guesty's already dropped 2 rounds. Racer Brown has already dropped 2 rounds. Do you know what? Guesty might not go past him. I don't know. I don't know what the team orders are like at Toyota and how much they care about the championship between the two of them. But they have got the championship leader in 3rd. Tyres looking old. He's got Noxie, a 59.5 from Noxie last time around. Homesick Alien, a 2:01 with 3 minutes to go. They'll complete this lap and possibly have one more lap afterwards. I'm not saying Noxie could catch up Homesick Alien. And they've got Matt Psycho there, Bazza. Skyjacker did come out. Oh, he wants to come out and do some glorious laps, or one glorious lap. He did a 59.8 on his first lap out, and that's what he's thinking. He can find 8/10. I bet you he finds a very nice beach somewhere along the track of Suzuka. Ensign Newitt driving for the sake of it, I think. Sorry, Brent. And race around 1.9 seconds lead on Guesty. Oh no, these two are going to have to do another lap, and so is Homesick Alien. He's got the fuel to do it though, it's not a concern. Well, I said that, no, but they possibly will have to do another lap after this lap, is what I mean. I thought this could possibly be their final lap, but I think they're going to have to do another one afterwards. So Noxie's down to 2 seconds, it was 4 seconds, and Noxie is fighting for a podium position. He's pulled away from Matt Psycho, and this could be the one. Pat saying maybe Mr. 99 is trying for a 34 fastest lap. Pat, there he goes, look, we've got a Pat stat in the Pat chat. Pat's just on fire tonight, look at him. What was it? Sorry, I got all excited and read it quickly. His 34th fastest lap of the year for Skyjacker, if he can do it. Noxie has caught up the BMW, I mean the Nissan, and the Beamer is on fire. He gives a Homesick Alien a little love nudge coming out of the corner, and I just don't think Homesick Alien's got the tyres to fight with Noxie. And Noxie is through and up into a podium position. There was contact there, but I don't think Homesick Alien's going to argue about it just because the tyres are so bad. He would have been braking a lot earlier than Noxie would have been. And here comes Matt Psycho, and the one stop is falling apart for the Alien at the moment. He could have lost 2 positions on what I thought is the final lap, but I think they might have to do another lap afterwards. Racer Brown definitely is 9/10. This is shenanigans. Racer Brown at 201.6. Well, maybe his tyres don't look half as bad as they did in the first stint. I don't think Guesty's pushing as hard. Possibly though. Look what's going on down here. We got Noxie in third. Matt Psycho going for a move on the Alien. And still 25 seconds on the clock as Homesick Alien and Matt Psycho battle for dominance, and Matt Psycho up into 4th. The reigning champion was 3rd at the beginning of the last lap, is down to 5th. The Baz comes across in 6th and still within time, and Skyjacker chasing after that fast lap. It might be buggered now because Baz is going to be in front of him. He needs Baz out of the way for his fastest lap. Oh, he's just... Oh, I thought he yeeted Bazza and he's had to back out of it. Joker's then in 8th. He hasn't crossed the line yet. Racer Brown, look at this. This is ridiculous. Racing Guesty. You can do it. Oh, Guesty goes deep into the corner, and Racer Brown, he's having to back right off. His fuel's done. And Guesty's being too kind. 8th place for Jokers. Ensign Newitt's going to get 9th. He's just pulled over for these two Toyotas. And it's not a race, it's a display. Guesty pretending to go wide to try and make it look like it's not a display. And Racer Brown gifted a win, I suspect there. Gifted a win. Noxie looking great for 3rd. Matt Psycho gets that 4th. Homesick Alien's got 20 seconds on the Baz. He's fine. Here we go. Racer Brown under siege in the final corners as his tyres die. His fuel is non-existent. And he goes into the final chicane. Leading this race. The one-stop strategy worked out for him. Obviously the mightier of the two. And Guesty, oh my God, Guesty, how did you not get the move done on that final corner? It's almost like he slowed down. So Racer Brown takes the win. Guesty in 2nd. Noxie, come on, son. Don't let that Ferrari get you. And take a boom my son. And Matt Psycho in third. I think Noxie ran out of fuel. For God's sakes. Matt Psycho in fourth. Homesick Alien in fifth. The one-stop didn't work out as well for him as it did for Racer Brown. Bazza comes home in sixth, but under pressure from Skyjacker. Skyjacker nearly yeeting Barry Twins earlier in this lap. And Bazza comes home in sixth. Skyjacker in seventh. Jokers in eighth. Engineer in ninth. Jimbo in 10th. And there he goes, Racer Brown, gifted a lovely trophy and a lovely wreath. Great drive, great one-stop strategy. I'll take you to the race results. So, Racer Brown is the winner at the end of that, and Matt Psycho's run is done. And a stat from Pat on Pat Chat. One more stat. 41st win of the year for RB, one behind Homesick at the top of that list. Matt Psycho saying, great drive, RB. And Matt Psycho say thumbs up. Oh, one of the A-OK sign for Noxie. Do you know it's really hard to read emojis out loud? So, Racer Brown. I don't know. Racer Brown took the win ahead of Guesty. How did he do that? How did he manage that feat? His tyres looked done. His fuel looked empty. But Guesty, although he pushed so hard behind, could not catch up with his teammate. Well, it's a team game. I mean, you know, results are results. So Racer Brown takes the win from Guesty in second. Noxie, what's going on? He usually likes to finish fourth. He's had to finish third there because Homesick Alien's fuel was really nearly out. So Noxie finishing in third. A great podium for Noxie. Great drive. Matt Psycho in fourth. Homesick Alien in fifth. Bazza in sixth. Skyjacker in seventh. He didn't get that fastest lap in the end. Jokers in eighth. Enteneur in ninth. Jim in 10th. And Guesty got the fastest lap with a 59.033. And Skyjacker is still on 33 fastest laps this year. And still chasing that 34th one. Reet, what we got coming up for you? God knows. It's just GTMC. I think there is some... No, I don't know. At the moment, yeah, just next Thursday, we'll be at... Oh, no, I can't trust the table anymore. That says it's Kyoto Driving Park. Yes, it's Yamagawa. Yamagawa in our final Japanese header before we go to Nürburgring. So, yeah, join us next Thursday. And for round 9 of this fantastic championship. It's weird. I haven't got anything to talk about. To talk about the sponsor again. Oh, yeah, sorry. God. Skyjacker is he's going to be streaming the SS and MS tomorrow. So sorry, we have got some on, just because I'm not involved, I think. Yeah, there's a stream tomorrow night with the Sir Sterling Moss Shield, the final one. It's the final round, and there's about 3 people in the hunt for the championship, so it is exciting. It's just at the Red Bull Ring is all. I vote that we put the penalties on. It's a crap track. What can I say? Put a wall around it. Put sand there. Do something to stop everyone gaining an advantage going wide. It's easy. So yeah, we're at Red Bull Ring for Friday for Skyjacker on the stream. Pat saying Tuesday, just put it in Discord. Yeah, but it's not GT7, it's not streamable, so it's not worth talking about. I'm talking about what I'm streaming, not what you lot are racing. Wreckfest. Yeah, they're racing Wreckfest, I think, on Tuesday. I haven't got the game, so it's I kind of like, I don't think I've got any of the games. I think they're doing Wreckfest, they're doing F1 22, and then they're doing Rocket League or something like that. I had my fingers crossed for a bit of Hot Wheels Unleashed, but it didn't show up. So I don't have the other games. But yeah, Pat's putting on a Tuesday Mad thing. It did call it. It's quite a cool name, but I'm not sure. Is it in the sign up? Look, he's going to want to get off and watch The Crown. Skyjacker will be getting all... It's, where is it? It's nothing, it's not there. I don't know where it is, man. It's not in sign up. Event sign up. Livery Championship. They've all got locks on them. I can't read them out. They can't. They must do, because they've all been signed up to. Helter Fest. Stella Fest, or whatever it is. Right, I don't... Oh, God, bloody hell, Pat. Is it open lobbies? You know I can't use Discord. Right, has he put it in GTMC chat? I don't know. Yeah, there's something on Tuesdays. That's Pat. Send him a message. Pat saying, Tuesday, just put it in the Discord. Just put it in the Discord. And then Pat saying, in open lobby section. Sorry. Open lobby section. Open the lobby section. I think that's quite high, is it not? Yeah, lobbies. Yeah, open lobby suggestion. Here we go. Tuesday Twist, Xmas 22. So here we... Oh, you don't want me to read all that out, do you? It's pretty much what I just said. The racing Wreckfest, F1 22 and Rocket League on 13th, 20th, 27th and 3rd. So, yeah, if you want to get on a little bit of Wreckfest, F1 22 or Rocket League, get to open lobbies in our Discord and get your... It looks like he's not taking names. It looks like he just wants ticks. So get your tick in there. And Matt Sykes saying, they're boring. I know. They're boring and red dully ring. Do you know what the A1 ring, if you have a look at that, it used to be awesome. They had a whole section. And then Red Bull bought it and dulled it up a bit. They do, yeah. Tracks are tracks. I like the pretend tracks. I think they're great. Read then. So, I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Mike Rochburns. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Oh, Matt, if you like the Red Bull ring, you would have loved the A1 ring. Yeah, he says the old one was awesome. Skyjacker saying... Never any pleasing you two, is there? Well, I don't know. I really like Alsace. I really, really like St. Croix. I know St. Croix is in the calendar. I'm still here. I was trying to think of another track and I just couldn't. I want to say Dragon's Trail, but everyone loves Dragon's Trail. But I like the other one. I like Gardens, not Seaside. I think Gardens is awesome. So I was Mike Rochburns. We were the Virtual Racers Club. I don't think there is anything else to add. Friday night, we've got the Sir Sterling Shield. Next Thursday, we've got Kyoto Yamagawa. And everyone's happy. Everyone's grand. And GT7 tracks are hot. And Matt likes he likes SDCs, sexually transmitted STDs. He loves STD, does Matt Psycho. He can't get enough STDs. He just laps up those STDs. Oh, come on, what, the crown's that important? He knows I was hanging it out. He knows I was purposely hanging it out to try and annoy him. And Matt Psycho saying St. Croix. And he says, honestly, I know, I'm a child. Thank you for joining us here. He's waiting for peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. It's full of stars.